Hello everybody, welcome back to GP's Odds and Ends. Jessica here. So I am doing my cash stuffing for my July 7th paycheck. I forgot what it was called for a minute there. Anyhow, so I had a little bit more this time because I've been working some overtime. So my paycheck, and this is kind of like my take home after other things have been taken out, like insurance and taxes and things like that. So that's not my base pay. But we had 1508. I'm taking 40 out for buffer, and then I upped the taxes a bit so that I can pay off the tax bill that I just got for my car. And I took about 7.5%. So I didn't want to go all the way to 10% because I was taking 5% before. So it seems like it was maybe not quite enough. So I bumped it up to 7.5%. So we'll see how much I have left over after I do my taxes next year. Maybe I'll add that or consider that like a refund. We'll see. It depends on how my income taxes turn out this coming year. But pretty much the same here for most of this. I didn't put anything in for my cell phone. I recently changed to Visible. Check out my Linktree because I have a referral code in there. Their monthly plan is $25 a month. I still have $37 in that envelope from when I was stuffing it for when I had Verizon. So my next bill would be, or my next bill for Visible would be towards the end of July, and it's only going to be $25. So I still have enough in that envelope to cover that. So I didn't stuff anything this time. Credit cards this time are $241. It's a little bit more than usual because one of my credit cards had like the annual fee included with the monthly payment, so I have to pay that. Just $35 for online shopping. I got some gift cards for my birthday, so I'll try to use those up before I dig into that money. My normal car payment and then gas, Dunkin' and takeout are just getting $20. I have my monthly subs and then HelloFresh. So total staying in the bank is $727, and then what I'm stuffing in actual cash is $628, and then if I add the taxes, it'll end up being $741 for actual cash that I took out of the bank. But everything in my wallet is getting $20 with the exception of the beauty envelope. That one's completely empty right now because I recently got my hair done. So I did a little bit more, $35 in that one. Annual payment and car insurance always get the same amount. Emergency and saving, I usually always do the same amount, so $20 in there. Vacation, medical, and wineries are getting $40, $20, and then $40. My mom gets her normal $50. I'm putting $100 towards an extra debt payment. I'm going to do $40 in my holiday binder. $46. I started over the Save the Age, so if I do that today, I'll kind of give you more info on that. I'm putting aside $20 for my mystery box. I haven't done anything in that recently, so I want to make sure that I keep up with that so that I can unstuff it whenever I fill all of the envelopes. And then for regular challenges that I'll do towards the end of July, that will be $54. So, and I have money from my last June paycheck aside for the savings challenges as well. So I'll add, if I have the full 54, if I have a little bit more, a little bit less, then I will add that. Ooh. Okay, so it's been like so kind of like warm and hot here that my sort quick was condensating. It's kind of got like, it's a little extra juicy on the top. It's been really hot here. We just put in like air conditioners and everything, so if you hear any background noise, that's what it is. I have like air conditioners and we have fans running to kind of help circulate the air around the house and everything, so I apologize if you hear some extra noise, but I have my prop money here, so I'm going to start with my online like I normally do, and we'll just get right into it because I don't want to take up too much of your time. So buffer currently has 20, 40, 60, 62, 64, 66, and this is getting 40 today. So let's just add that in, and we are now at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 102, 4, and 6. And I kind of decide, like, if I have any extra money in my buffer, this is kind of what I did for the month of June. I only had about $15 worth of J-Bucks that I got from when I pulled cash out of the bank for my donation. I did make the donation to the American Migraine Foundation. I suffer from migraine, so when I saw that June was Migraine Awareness Month, then I decided to make that my donation. So I did make that donation for June. I ended up putting the extra money. I had about $120 still in my buffer, so I added $20 to that 15 and sent 35, and then my company matches, so they actually got $70, which I think is pretty cool. But this month's donation is going to be for, I'll run like a little video clip here on the side of the screen. July didn't have a whole lot of awareness. I checked weeks and for the month, but there was one called Fragile X. So I'll kind of try to scroll through slowly, so if you want to read what that's about. But it's actually like an inherited, I believe it said genetic intellectual disability that can affect, they said it usually affects men more than women, but from what I was reading online. But that's what my July donation is going to be towards, and then I'll make that donation to the National Fragile X Foundation. All right, so for rent, this is currently completely empty, and I'm going to need a new slip soon as well, so I'll put that aside. But this is getting 92, so it'll have 92. So 50, 70, 92. And I'll add a new slip in there later on, because I need to cut it just so it's a little bit easier to get in and out of the envelopes. So yeah, like this one I kind of need to cut as well. But Visible still has 37, so this is for my cell phone, so 20, 35, 7. Not doing anything in there. Credit cards is currently empty, so everything for up until today has been paid, and this is getting the 241. Get that in the wrong spot. So it'll have 241, so let's do... Okay, so 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 10, 20, 30, 41. So 241. Okay, subscriptions currently has just 18, so I'm just waiting for my Sirius XM to go through. I believe that may go through within the next couple of days. So we have 18 in here currently, and today we're getting the normal 58, so 76. Alright, I'm trying to do some smaller bills because I always seem to run out of 20s, but so 20, 30, 45, 55, 57, 58. So now we should be at 76. So So 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 70, 72, 74, 75, 76. HelloFresh currently has nothing. I did clean off the slip. I was at the end last time when my last dinner kit was taken out, so we are starting this one over, and this one is getting 118 for the next 2 dinner kits. Okay, so 50, 100, 110, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Kind of do it that way because it's about 58 each time it comes out, so it's just easier to not have to break them down later. But shopping currently has 15. We're adding 35. So we will be at 50. So 20, 35. So we are at 20, 30, 45, 50. Okay, car loan. So my payment for my car went through on June 30th-ish. I did go over this in my debt update. I think I'm down under 12,000. No, down under 13,000 now. I was at 13 for a little while, so I'm at 12 something now for my total car debt that I still need to pay off. But for the bank account that has the car payment, this should be about 506 or 508 if I'm remembering correctly. But we have 1, 2, 3, 400, 450, 470, 490, 500, 505, 506. Okay. So we are adding 125. And look, I got a new prop bill. These are from Hands and Bands. Okay, so 125 is being added. So now we should be at 631. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 620, 25, 31. Perfect. Okay, and I am adding, so I did send some money to my sister for gas for when we went out. I don't really have to get gas that much, so I haven't really added much, but I sent her some money, so I just took it out from here for when we went to Rhode Island, because we took her car and we were driving everywhere. So we're adding 20, so this should now have 36. So you saw there's 16 in there currently, so 20, 35, and 6. Okay, and I don't have a tracker in Dunkin'. I did, when we were out, I did use my Dunkin' gift card. I get like rewards and stuff, so I will be able to get discounts and things like that. But when we were driving out to Rhode Island, we stopped at Dunkin' and got some food, so I used like some of the rewards to get the food and paid for it with my Dunkin' card for all of us. So I did reload it that day with $25 just so I didn't have to worry about it. So currently this has just the 12, and we are adding 20. Let me do that with the 10s because I'm running out of 20s. So now we have 10, 20, 32. And DoorDash, or well, it's labeled as DoorDash. I'll probably maybe change that because it's more or less takeout. So any kind of takeout. Usually we end up going through DoorDash or Grubhub, but I have 11 in here currently. This is also getting 20. So now we have 10, 20, 31. And usually if one of us buys, like the other person will, usually it's me and my mom, so like if I buy through DoorDash or something, she'll send me money for her half. All right, so that is it for the online. I'm going to go ahead and put the prop money away, and then we will get into the real cash. Okay, so I have the cash from the bank here. This bank bag, sorry, is from Supernatural Budgets. She has YouTube, Etsy, TikTok, Instagram. Go check her out. I bought these from her on Etsy. So I have two. I usually use this one for when I'm going to the bank, and then this one is like the savings challenge money. So let's go ahead and pull this out. Okay, so this should be $741. We have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 500, 600, sorry. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 700, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, wait a minute. This is 500. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 700, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41. Oof, that's a lot of ones. Okay, so as per usual, I am going to sort these because they are all sorts of backwards and forwards and messed up, and I also want to look for the J-Bucks, so fingers crossed that we have some this time. Okay, so I just have one lonely little $5 bill that looks quite worn and thin, but I guess it's better than nothing. So I'm just going to stick that right in the back so I don't pull it to go into any other envelope until we get to the J-Bucks. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my wallet. And I do have $1 here for the savings challenges from Change, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stick that right in. There's maybe about 50 some odd dollars in here. I don't remember exactly anymore, but Dining currently has 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, and this is getting just 20. So we are at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, and 40. I don't really go out a whole lot. I'm work from home. We'll probably get takeout more than we actually go to actual restaurants. But shop. Oh, no, wait a minute. These are backwards. Hold on. Let's go in order. So we have, there we go, groceries next. I have 20, 40, 60, 75, 80, and this is getting 20 as well. Jeez, these are some mangled bills. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 100. And then shopping currently has 20, 40, 50, 65. And that is getting a 20. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. Okay, entertainment currently has nothing. I did use this money. We had gone to like a cider mill. It wasn't a winery per se, but we did go there and have some drinks and played some games and things like that. So the money that I spent, I took out of entertainment. I don't usually use that envelope. I had the money there, so I just pulled it from there instead of from shopping or something like that. So I'm just adding 20 back into that because I don't really use it very often. Beauty, as I explained in the budget breakdown, is also empty because I recently got my hair done, so I'm adding 35. 20, 35. Okay. And then this I just use if I have like money that needs to go back to the bank or anything. But and I forgot to check coin as well. Well, I have a little bit. Well, every little bit helps. So let's go ahead and put this in there. I should maybe get one of those savings challenges where you're counting the coin. Like it's usually like a big jar or something like that you can fill in like the amounts for the coins that you have, and it goes all the way up to like $3 or something like that for the amount of change, I think. I've seen some other people do them on their channel, so maybe I should look into doing something like that. All right, so we have the rest of the cash here. Let's go ahead and get into long term. So again, with taxes, I have a $493 tax bill that is due by August 1st. So I'm adding extra to this from this paycheck since I had a little bit extra anyways with the overtime that I worked. Oh, this was... So we are adding 113. There's currently 392 in here. So 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 1 and 2. So, okay, so with the 113, that will give me enough to pay off the tax bill. So I will probably deposit this into the bank soon so that I can send the money for that. But we have 100, 110, 11, 12, 13, and then I'll probably start adding the additional amount in here each week, just so that I can make sure I'm not like caught by surprise by any kind of bill or anything like that. So this should now have 505. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 500, 501, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is pretty much going to be wiped out with that tax bill, but I think I won't get another one until next July. I think it's just once a year. Pretty sure. Okay, so I recently paid my Amazon Prime. So that was 139, so we are down to 288 in here. So 100, 200, 250, 270, 280, 285, 86, 87, 88. And today this is getting its normal 33. So we should be at 321. So 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. And I don't think I'll have anything else. Let's see, I won't have anything else until October. So I'll have to pay Hulu and maybe my car registration in October. So 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 300, 310, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Okay, so car insurance currently has 213 and this is getting 30, so we should be at 243. So this is 213, 100, 200, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we're getting 30. So 243, 100, 200, 220, 30, 40, 1, 2, and 3. Car maintenance is not getting anything. Currently, I've kind of been leaving this one alone. I've got 210 in here. I have a newer car, so usually the only thing I really have to do is like an oil change or car wash, things like that. So I haven't really put anything additional into this one. Emergency currently has 580. So I have the placeholder. I have this placeholder in emergency and savings. So this came from Sincerely Roxy Design. She has an Etsy shop, so go check her out. But the 500 placeholder is designating the money that I have in my local bank for emergency. For savings, it's in a high yield interest with a Capital One account that I have. So that was from. So we're adding 20, so now this should have 600. So currently we have 580. So 500, 20, 40, 60, 80. We're adding another 20. So 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600. So we are just moving right along. Whoops. So again, the same for savings. So 500, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 580, let's add the 20. 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600. So I'm quite happy with those amounts. I never in a million years would have thought that I would have 1,200 saved up just for emergency and savings. But that's why I love this system. Okay, so okay, medical currently has 160, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60. And this is getting 20. Now I do have the doctor's appointment for my eyes coming up. I don't know what that is going to end up being as far as like a cost share or anything. I do have health insurance through my employer, so I do have a better plan this year than I did last year. So it should just be like co-pays and things like that that I would have to pay. But you know, I want to keep saving up in this just so if there is anything unexpected or, you know, medical expenses that I will need to take care of, I have this money aside. So we should now be at 180, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, and 80. Okay, and then this envelope and my winery envelope came from Supernatural Budgets. Now, one of the gift cards that my mother and my sister got for me was for Etsy for my birthday, so I may look into getting some more items. But let's see. So I did spend about $100 when we went to Rhode Island. I do have another trip that will be coming up at the end of July. We're going to be doing another like overnight trip for my sister's birthday. And I did already like use money from here to pay for the room, but I'll use this money also for any, you know, like dinner or whatever kind of things that we want to do while we are kind of out and about. So this one this time is getting 40. So this currently has 80, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So this will have 100. So I know it's not quite a lot, but you know, we end up splitting things, so I don't always you know, have to use all of my money to pay for, you know, everything that we do. Usually it's just my portion. Plus, since it's my sister's kind of like birthday trip, I'll probably use some of the money that I saved up for her gifts for like dinner and things like that. So I probably won't have to dip into this too much. It'll just kind of be like for things that maybe I want. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100. So maybe like some kind of a souvenir from the concert or something like that. Wineries, so we did go to maybe about 3 wineries on our way home from Rhode Island that were all kind of on the way. And so I am down to just $10 in here currently. So this one is also getting 40. So 20, 40, and then 50. Okay, and then my mom is getting her, this is empty, so I did pay her at the end of June for the month of July, I guess, so this will be for August. So 20, 40, 50. Okay, nothing in school loan currently. I should start filling that soon, as I think the payments are supposed to start up again in October. From the communications that I've been getting, but I really kind of have been trying to focus on getting as much of my credit card debt paid off as I can, so then I can use that like kind of extra money and put it towards the school loans. So debt is getting 100 this time, so I did pay off 2 cards last time, so we are making some good headway. And then I finished from the savings challenges that I finished, I put that extra money towards one of my higher balances as well. So we have the 100 going in there. So now we should have about $160 left. So let me just pull my calculator out so I can keep track. So 20, 40, 60, 80. 10, 20, 30. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. No, wait a minute. What happened? 20, 40, 60, 80. 10, 20, 30. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 180. Let me just double check here. Okay, so I was going back through everything. I couldn't figure out why I had an extra $20 in here, and I just realized, I hope you weren't all yelling at me here. I was adding 40 to vacation, but I wrote it down as if I was just adding 20. So I counted this as 100 instead of 120. So this should be 120, and I think I only added 20 in here. So this should now be 120, because I had 80, I'm adding 40. So 120. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, and 20. Okay, so that's where the extra 20 was supposed to be. And I'm sure you all caught that before I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this away. Now this is 160. So we are good there. Let me go ahead and so I did buy these little kind of like pencil case boxes from Temu. I bought 2 of them. I don't think I paid more than a few dollars for them, but I like them because I've got quite a lot of pens and like markers and things like that, and they don't all fit into my little like pen case that I have. So I have like the fancier pens in here that are just out on my desk, and then the other ones are just in that little the little case. So let me go ahead and get into here. Pull out one of my scratch tokens. So these scratch tokens are from Hands and Bands. This scratch off book is also from Hands and Bands. She is in my Etsy link. So in my link tree in the description box, if you go there, you can see all of the links for Etsy, for the Visible. I have HelloFresh on there. I have Amazon favorites, you know, things like that. So anything that I kind of use on the channel, like where I've gotten my binders and, you know, anything like for websites that are related to all of this can be found there, or related to even things that I just talk about. So, okay, so one thing here, let's go ahead and get into this. Before we get into the binder, let me go ahead and get that $5 J-Buck so that I can put that in here. Okay, so sorry. So that is all set there. Now save your age. You can see that I cleaned this all off. I decided after my birthday that I wanted to kind of start this over for the year, so I'm gonna just do the amount for my birthday, or for my age rather. It's Save Your Age Challenge. So I'm just gonna do my age. I'm now 46 years old, or young, however you want to say it. So I'm gonna add the 46 each paycheck, I think, so that we'll see, you know, how long it takes me to go through this. I believe this is supposed to be 52 weeks. So I don't know how long it'll take me to fill this up. I may do more maybe when I have like bonuses or things like that, when I can, you know, kind of afford to put a little bit more in there. But the money that was in this envelope, I switched over to gifts. So this did have a little bit in here from the scratch offs that I've done previously, but all of the money that was in here that I was kind of saving up for my mom and my sister's birthday, I switched over to gifts because that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to use it for their gifts for their birthday. So my sister's is in June and my mother's is in July. I'm June, my sister's July, my mother is August. So we're like right one after the other. So gifts currently has 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 440. The 20s with the 50s always trip me up. So 440, right? 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 440. Yep. Okay, so I'll leave that there for the moment, but let's go ahead and go to the birthday page. I'll probably just do one since I have like a really good amount in there now. And I don't know exactly how much I'll end up using for their birthdays. They also got me a new office chair, which I was really surprised. I needed one bad. But we have 3. I don't know. I'll do one more. Let's do one more because that's such a low amount. Let's do the balloons. Okay, so that's 8, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think I'll probably swap some of this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 11 being added into this. So now we are at 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 440, 450, 451. So I think that's a really good amount. I'll probably be doing a lot of shopping on Amazon for both of them. I have the Amazon credit card now, so I do get an extra 5% off of purchases, plus I get rewards and everything, so I have I believe about like $20 worth of rewards currently. I may go on to maybe my Fetch account and see if I can cash in any of those points to maybe get some gift cards for them as well. But onto the actual holidays now. I did put the 4th of July in the back, all the way in the back there. Let me scoot things over. I'm sorry if you couldn't see all of that. But I had maybe about $42 maybe in there, about $40 anyway. So I actually just gave that money to my mom for groceries. We didn't really go anywhere. We didn't do anything. We didn't have people over. It was a really kind of hot, cloudy, rainy, muggy day. So we just kind of stayed in. She did go and get some food like specific to, for the 4th. She made some marinated chicken wings and potato salad, and we had some watermelon and things like that. So I just gave her that money for those groceries to help out. So the next holiday that I have in my binder is going to be Halloween. So let's get to that page. There we go. Okay, so I'm probably not going to go crazy. Where we live, we're kind of on a really busy street, so we don't really get trick-or-treaters very much. So I don't know if anything else will really be like coming up. I mean, I don't know of any people really that kind of do like Halloween parties and things like that, so I don't know really what we'll be doing, but we have 20, 30, and 5. So let's go ahead and do a cauldron. Oof. And that's a 20. All right, I think we're stopping there. Okay, so we are now at 20, 40, 55. I don't feel like I really need to go too crazy. I'd rather put more money kind of towards like Thanksgiving and Christmas. So far, we are up to about $31 for the holiday binder. So I'll do one more page. I'll do for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to do this leaf right in the middle. Okay, and that is 6, so I'm fine with that. I'm not going to do any more. Alright, so for Thanksgiving, we currently have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so I'm gonna leave the rest of this alone, and let's move on to let's see. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the mystery challenge, so bear with me here for a moment so I can grab the binder that the instructions are in. Okay, alright, so this mystery challenge came from Gina Renee RN Budgets. I don't believe that she's making these any longer. However, she does still have the instructions on her website, so you could go to her Etsy shop and get the instructions if you wanted to do a little twist on on a 100 envelope challenge that you already have. So basically, I could, if I wanted to in the future, I could just stuff these like $1 envelope to $2 and all the way to the 100 and put the $100 in, or you can use these instructions to kind of put a twist on it. So I'm just gonna pull an envelope. I budgeted about $20 for this challenge. Alright, so I pulled out number 60, so that is stuff the current month or the current day. It's currently July 6th, so let's just go ahead and do the 7 for July. So 5, 6, 7. When I can, I'd rather opt for like the bigger amounts, just because I would like for this to be a minimum of $1,000 by the time I'm ready to unstuff it, by the time I finish. So I don't know if we'll get to that amount. I know I do have a couple of envelopes that have some higher bills in them, but I guess we will see. Alright, let's do one more. And I don't really think that these envelopes are in order any longer. I've kind of like pulled them out and have moved them around a little bit. So we have number 13. So this one is stuff the first 2 digits of your birth year or the last 2 digits of your birth year. So I'm gonna do since I'm 46 years old, I was born in 1977. I didn't budget $77 to put in here. So I'm gonna have to do the 19, I think. And I don't have $77 right here, so okay, so that was number 13. Alright, so that is 2 more envelopes done. So that was probably a little bit over, definitely a little bit over the $20 that I budgeted for this, but that is quite alright. So let me put this away. So now, left over for savings challenges, we have, let's see, I was thinking I would have about $54. I definitely don't have that, but any little amount helps. So 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So that's not bad. So that's 46. And I'll add that to what we have in here. So this is 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So we have 105 to go towards savings challenges towards the end of the month, so I am quite happy with that. And this bank bag also came from Supernatural Budgets. There we go. Okay, so that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet, if you like what you see. I keep seeing new subscribers, so thank you for subscribing if you are new. And if you have been with me for the long haul, thank you so much. I appreciate it greatly. And probably when I get to 500, I'll do a bigger giveaway, because that's kind of a bigger milestone. I had tried to do some giveaways for everybody during June, my birthday month, but I didn't get any replies, so I'm saving those items that I had for when I get to 500. So we'll do some bigger prizes then. So when we get there, we'll get there. So there's no rush. It is what it is. I like, most of the time I kind of say that I do this more for me than I do for all of you. It really does keep me kind of accountable with my money. So I kind of feel like I want to be, true to what I'm saying and what I'm budgeting and things like that. So when I put money aside for certain things, that is exactly what it is being used for. I don't put that money in an envelope and then, use it somewhere else. With the exception of maybe my wallet, just to say that, sometimes if I need a little bit of extra money, if I'm shopping or whatever, I might pull it from entertainment or pull it from one of the envelopes that's only within my wallet. I don't go into any of my savings or anything like that to kind of fill those gaps. So I'll just pull from other envelopes that kind of have a surplus but only within the wallet itself, if that makes sense. And it's usually maybe just $5 or $10 that I might need a little extra. So for instance, if I'm eating out or something and I need an extra $10, I might pull it from the grocery envelope instead. Silly things like that. So anyways, enough rambling. I've kept you long enough. Again, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, bye for now.